Look, in life, it's going to be very easy for you to blame everybody. Very easy for you to blame everybody. You can blame everybody else. But there's one person that's going to know that you didn't take responsibility, and that's you. That's a tough one to live with.
I didn't get a new daddy. I didn't get a new mama. What changed? I changed. And I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me. And I said, I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power. Every single day, I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim.
It's take no less than 100% responsibility for your life. You know, one of the greatest myths that's pervasive in our culture today is that you're entitled to a great life and that somehow, somewhere, someone is responsible for filling our lives with continual happiness and exciting career options, a nurturing family and blissful personal relationships simply because we exist. But the real truth is that there's only one person responsible for the quality of your life, and that person is you.
In life, we're all born with either an advantage or disadvantage. We either started with too much or we started with too little, and then basically, you know, your internal fortitude decides if that was good or bad. I've sat with people that have $10 million in their trust fund crying, saying that they hate their lives because their parents took care of everything and they'll never achieve anything on their own, and no matter what they achieve, everybody's gonna say it wasn't them, and they think it's the worst, and they're suicidal. This is real. To be very honest with you, I'll give you the answer. You have no choice. What's the alternative? When you have a setback, what are you gonna sit there and say it was your granddad and your dad? I mean, you know that's not true. It's why you have so many wins.
You see, you only have three things that you can control in your life: the thoughts you think, the images you visualize, and the actions you take. And how you use those three things determines everything you experience. So if you don't like what you're experiencing and what you're producing as results in your life, you have to change your mental, your visual, and your behavioral responses to the events that occur in your life.
It does not matter where you come from. I have seen people come out of the desert, walk across the desert, being born in the most dire of circumstances. Doesn't matter what your mama did, whether she did or had a PhD or no D. What matters is now, this moment, and your willingness to see this moment for what it is, accept it, forgive the past, take responsibility, and move forward.
See, that's the difference in how your life works out. It's not what happens, it's what you do. So here's one of the key questions of the evening. Starting tomorrow, what are you going to do that'll make a change in your life's direction? Now see, if you don't do something starting tomorrow that'll make a difference, guess what? It's gonna be the same. And see, that way you can guess what the next 5 years are gonna be like. Look at the last 5. Because the next 5 are going to be like the last 5 unless you, major key, tomorrow, change it all.
Successful people take full responsibility for the thoughts they think, the images they visualize, and the actions they take. They don't waste their time and energy on blaming and complaining. They evaluate their experiences and decide if they need to change them or not. They face the uncomfortable, and they take risks in order to create the life that they want to live.
And the brilliant insight that changes everything for people is realizing that responsibility is never given, it's taken. And that if you choose to take responsibility, all these doors open up, and that you get a totally different life in exchange.
Next time you have a loss, next time you have a breakup, next time something happens that hurts, truly hurts, instead of blaming the world, take a piece of paper and take responsibility and say, what did I learn from this? What can I do better? What bad habits do I have that keep showing up? What bad trends do I have that keep showing up? And I'm gonna make a decision to stop it now and not blaming everybody. And if you decide to do that, don't be surprised where your life changes drastically in a positive way.